नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नमो ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणे। Verse number 8. Krishna is explaining about the three types of renunciation according to the three modes. So Krishna told that acts of sacrifice, charity and penance should never be given up. But before that, he told that you should look at this from three different possibilities based on the modes. So yesterday we saw about the mode of ignorance. So renunciation, which is done out of moha, illusion, is in ignorance. So today Krishna is explaining about in passion. Dukkham iti eva yat karma.
Dukkham iti eva yat karma.
Ya klesha bhayat tyajet.
Kaya klesa bhayatejit.
Sakrutva rajasam tyagam.
Sakritva rajasam tyagam.
Naiva tyaga phalam labhet.
Naiva tyagam phalam labhet. Dukkham it eva yat karma. Kaya klesa bhayat tyajet. Sakritva rajasam tyagam. Naiva tyaga phalam labhet.
दुःखम् इत्येव यत्कर्म कायक्लेशभयात् त्यजेत् सत्कृत्वा राजसं त्यागं नैव त्यागफलं लभेत्.
Anyone who gives up his prescribed duties as troublesome or out of fear of bodily discomfort is said to have renounced in the mode of passion. Such action never leads to the elevation of renunciation purport. One who is in Krishna consciousness should not give up earning money out of fear that he is performing fruitive activities. If by working one can engage his money in Krishna consciousness, or if by rising early in the morning one can advance his transcendental Krishna consciousness, one should not desist out of fear or because such activities are considered troublesome. Such renunciation is in mode of passion. The result of passionate work is always miserable. If a person renounces work in that spirit, he never gets the result of renunciation. So this is the quality of passion. So of course it is always some action because of reason. So here Krishna says that Krishna still a dukkham and kaya klesha bhayat. So maybe it's because of some unhappiness, or because it is troublesome, or it is miserable, or it's very hard work. If you give up your duties, and so duties, when we say duties, it is the duties of your particular ashram or particular dharma. So everybody in Shastra, it is prescribed for everyone to do duties as per his ashram. And if you give up that duties, that's not recommended. That is what Krishna is saying, that if I give up my duties because it's too much hard work or it's troublesome, that's a passionate activity. We can experience this, right, in our life. Many times I also feel like this working in office and long working hours, this is too troublesome to give it up. we should give it up. Till when we should work like this? So what do we do generally when we are too much tired or we are too much in um anxiety because of the office work and overall nature of the uh, work that we have to do? What we do, we generally take some long leave, and we go away from the work. So, of course, if for your mental peace or mental balance, if that is necessary, you should do that. It's a necessity. But that is a temporary break. Okay. But again, after the holidays, we come back. But if I give up my that duties, I do give up my duty of my grahastha ashram, or as my duty of son, or father. If I give up because it is very troublesome and I don't want to take all these responsibilities and everything, that is completely action in passion. And that action, when we have done that action, actually Krishna tells, Naiva Tyaga Phalam Labhet. You never get the benefits of the renunciation if you do activity in such a way. So if you are supposed to do particular task, supposed to do particular work, but you give up that and do something else. So that is not fruitful. So whatever your dharma, whatever your duties, we have to do. Whether it is troublesome or it is very hard, we have to do. See, in material world, uh, nothing is easy. So sometimes people think that devotees who are living in the temple or who have given up their jobs and everything and who are serving for spiritual cause, they have very good life, or they are very, very peaceful life. But it's not a fact. Those people who give up everything to serve the mission, a particular mission, they have to work actually very hard. They have to keep themselves busy from morning to evening. In Japan also there are so many Buddhist temples where people go and stay. They give up their outside jobs and they do work in those Buddhist temples and all. So their life is not a easy life. We should not be have that wrong understanding. Their life is very busy from morning to evening. They have continuous tasks to do, uh, and those are many times volunteer activities. And you take responsibility or voluntarily you join there, so you become responsible also. And to keep yourself busy or keep oneself busy, you have to do so many activities. And as a rule, that organization has so many activities that will keep you busy, uh, because that is one of the duty of that organization, to keep the people who are serving them full time busy. If they are not busy, actually the mind will start troubling them. So in any way, whatever, it's a hard life everywhere. Uh, Sometimes we think that people who are very rich, they have easy life, but it's not the truth. They also have to work very hard to maintain their status. Uh, and if they want to improve, they have to work more hard, which we cannot see, but that is the fact. So in material world, it's not like that people are enjoying. We think, but it's not like that. Everybody has to work hard. Uh, and if we have chosen a particular ashram, chosen particular duties and responsibilities, then we have to do it. We cannot give it up. Sometimes we see people like Krishna is mentioning in this work, that to go away from all the responsibilities, people join a temple or join some ashram or join some organization, and they say, look, I want to dedicate my complete life for you, and so many things they say. And when they start working in that particular area, over the period of time, we see that they get frustrated and they create more problems for the society, because they cannot work outside and they cannot work inside. So their mind and their intelligence and overall, they get frustrated of their life. and the way their life is going. And these people, this type of people are more troublesome. They create many problems. So, passionate activities are the activities that we take as a reaction or action against something. And we think that by doing the alternative thing, we will be happy or we will achieve the goal. But it's exactly opposite. It's not like that. Uh, so, in Kali Yuga, I think we can see so many activities which are based on this understanding. uh, that if I renounce in such a way, I may get some benefit. But people get frustrated in their situation, and um, they do many activities which are against the moral of the society. So that is what Krishna is telling, that if you renounce in such a way, it will not give you the results of the renunciation. So result of the renunciation is actually higher understanding or higher consciousness. But if you renounce in such a way, that's completely failure. Over the time, maybe now we don't feel like that, but over a period of time, that will be evident that okay, was a failure. So renunciation also has different ways and different motives and different consequences. So as a whole, Krishna is saying that you don't look at renunciation as only one type of action. In that also there are different types, and Krishna is saying that we have to look at them. We have to consider them. When you say look at them, you have to consider all these types, because of different types of people in which mode they will do these activities. We are also not always in goodness or passion or ignorance. There is always mixture of this, right? So like yesterday's verse and this verse, if we combine these together, so the people renouncing because they don't want to work, they do something else, or people renounce everything so that they can enjoy their life the way they want. So all these type of things we see in the society, they are increasing day by day, and this type of mentality is also gripping everyone. If you see the young generation or the next generation, we can see how independent they are and how uh, strong thought process they have. The next generations are very strong in their thinking and putting up their points. And because of this social media and computers and everything, they are also very isolated. And that is one of the reason the society is going towards what Krishna is telling here. So what we can do is we can give our kids or the next generation a social life where they have to live with people, they have to talk with people, they have to enjoy with people, they have to go to festivals, they have to go to marriages or family gatherings, which are becoming very less nowadays. Uh, in India, it's still, this culture is very much there, and that's why in India the kids, the next generation, though they are isolating, but still they have this sense of getting together. But outside India, I think it's a very big challenge, and some people are of that mode, so that when they are alone, they are in goodness. They have that nature acquired from previous life, so we cannot change that. That is not supposed to be changed, because that is their natural inclination, but not all. So the generations, as the Kali Yuga progresses, all these activities will be increasing more and more, and many times we will also do these activities unknowingly. We will renounce something that we want to avoid. uh, that is also passion. I don't want to talk with certain, uh, I don't want to be in certain situation, so I avoid that situation. That is action uh, out of reaction to particular situation. It may be in passion, but in some cases it may be required to keep your mental peace so that you can do your bhakti. So in that case, you have to do these activities. Uh, so ultimately, the goal of all the actions and reactions is it should help us to do our devotional service, to do our bhakti. So whatever activity, whatever actions that help us to do our bhakti, that is useful activity, that is positive activity. But we should not take shelter of bhakti to do activities for our own gratification. That's very tricky. So that will be an offense against the bhakti. So we have to be careful while choosing what we do, and we have to look at our internal intentions when we do particular activities. So bhakti is also a process of continuous progressive improvement of our consciousness and our intentions, and consciously looking at our uh, inner motives, that only we know. Of course, Paramatma knows, but nobody else in the gross body they will know. So Krishna is explaining these activities of renunciation in from different modes. So tomorrow we will see about mode of goodness. So how actually is the renunciation done in the mode of goodness, that also helps us for our spiritual practice. So we'll see that tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So we'll see the next class tomorrow. Any comments? Any reflections? Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow with the next verse.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for joining. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you.